Merci beaucoup.
Pas de problème.
Au revoir.
It's always weird when English people try and speak French, so I apologize.
No worries. It's the same when French people speak English.
We just did 40 minutes of Franglish, so,
Maybe I should be getting on Babbel or Duolingo and learning some language as well as music.
Hey, we'll do the next interview in French then.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
See you.
Good.
So just for everyone to introduce yourselves. So at the top there we've got Amin in Istanbul, and Remy, you're in Montpellier.
Yeah, I'm missing my buddy in Istanbul, but everything else is fine.
We're visiting each other pretty often, so.
How have you been over the last couple of months? Have you been doing lots of chats on video calls and stuff?
I'll let you answer that, Remy.
Yeah, well, I was in Istanbul just before the coronavirus. So we spent like 2-3 weeks together and produced a lot of music. And then I received the call, like, you have to come back, otherwise there is no plane. So I hopped on the plane and came back to France. And now, yeah, we pretty much every day on a video call. Not making music necessarily, but just catching up and working on other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit tough to be efficient and stuff, but we're managing, I guess.
So how we work, we start the drafts together, and after that, when Remy is at his place and I'm here, we just work on the drafts that we already started together. So we try to, of course, communicate about these, but since we wrote the start of the story together, it's easy to continue even with distance.
Yeah, it's pretty much about having one very good 16 or 32 bars loop. And then, like, once this is done, I can give the project to Emin, or he can give it to me, and then it goes straight from there, like laying it down, the arrangement and mixing it.
Starting a new project with the distance is not super easy, because obviously we want to work together and like jam together to get the first ideas done. But once we get the first ideas done and we agreed on a direction, it's pretty easy to work, even though we're not in the same city.
Who does, just for people that don't know, who does what mainly? Who plays the guitar, and or do you mix things together?
Okay, so we mix together. Like, he's doing some mixing, I'm doing some mixing, and then the other is playing his instruments. Emin is more into keyboards and also some guitar, and I'm mainly guitar, but working also on keyboards now.
We want to be able to make it as improvised as possible, and obviously the fact that we both play both instruments can make that really easy. So, like, on one track, if Remy wants to play the keyboard, he would just grab the keyboard and I would grab the guitar, and that makes every performance unique because it's improvised most of the time. And yeah, we just go with the flow, basically.
So Deep Psychedelia is the name of the live set we put together in 2018. And at that point, we had like a few different genres we were producing, and we decided to include the best of these tracks into the live set and have a progression. So the idea was to start from a very low, slow BPM and move our way up to our other track, having a flexible setup so we could also improvise on top of the tracks.
So like the elements in each, like you have one track, and the track after that is going to use some element of the track before, etc. So like the idea was to create a 1 hour 30 piece instead of like just tracks that are with transitions.
You had this beautiful relationship with Egypt.
At the time, it was late 2018. We were both living in Istanbul, and we got to go to Cairo for a booking request at the Cairo Jazz Club. And then we met friends there and drove all the way from Cairo to the southwest of Egypt in Siwa.
Nothing was really planned. We just played the gig. So we had our instruments. Our friend said to us, "Yeah, let's just go there. It's gonna be nice." And after some point, we had a lot of ideas, I guess. There's a second track, Shali Ruins, which we started in a Bedouin camp. So we basically went on a car trip in the desert, and we started that track there. And what's really funny is we had a draft when we came back from Egypt, but we didn't have the melodic part of it. And I had a story, like a 8 seconds, 9 seconds story on my phone. And I was like, Remy, you were playing this. Can you just try to remember what you were playing? And from that 8 seconds video, we recreated that moment actually, because we didn't record the guitar at that time. It was just jamming. And if you listen to Charlie Ruins, there's like a guitar riff that goes from the beginning to the end, and that is changing throughout the track. It comes from an 8-second video that is from that night.
There's one question I had which I didn't ask. It was like, how did you two meet?
It's a good one, actually.
If you want to tell me, how did you meet?
Okay, do you want to tell the story? I mean,
sure. We met so I was living in Tunisia until 17 years old, and I moved to France when I was 18. So I graduated from high school, and I started engineer school. And Remy started as well in the same school. So we met on the first year of engineer school. Yeah, and we graduated 5 years later. Remy was in China and I was in San Francisco at that time. Remy didn't like what he was doing, and I didn't like what I was doing either. And we were like, let's just quit everything and start something. Which we did actually. We just started Pandhora out of I wouldn't say frustration, but like we wanted to try something else. We were super passionate about music. We always wanted to give it a try, and we talked about it during our studying. So yeah, after 5 years, we decided to start Pandhora, which we did. The first 2 years were more like casual, I would say, like not super serious. But once we met with Naomi, who is now taking care of us, we started to take it more seriously. Mm-hmm. And we moved to Turkey together in 2018, and we started touring. So like end of 2018 was the real start of the project, I would say. Perfect. I did like a summary about it. Not
that's good. You did the biography. Good job.
Yeah, right? It's like a biography. 5 years with Pandhora. No, it's not even 5 years. Is it 5 years?
No, it's going to be 5 years in September this year.
September. Wow.
Wow.
Right.
Half a decade. Wow.
Wow.
I'm losing a lot of hair.
Oh, thank you guys.
See ya.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Take care. See you guys.